Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
Boom, 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 boom. This is Jared and I'm back. That's right, guys. Man, if you don't know, now you know. All right, I'm the host of the Warriors Quest show, Jared A. Brown. And I am super, super excited to do the show tonight. All right, if you're new to the show, I'm Jared A. Brown. I'm the host of the Warriors Quest show. And I have the greatest opportunity to help chronic disease warriors, give them a voice and spotlight their need for a living kidney donor. All right, we're doing that tonight. I'm so excited. We've got people chiming in already. We've got Federico. We've got my twin brother, Jeff Brown. What up to my twin bro, my bro from the same mother, my womb brother, not my room brother. And then we've got DeWanda Hill. Thanks for chiming in and chatting. If you're new to the show, please, DeWanda, please like and subscribe. And old school did that. I love that moniker. That's a great handle. All right, you guys. I've got a great guest. She and I chatted on TikTok. We met on TikTok. Let me see if I get my mic a little bit closer. We met on TikTok. I do some TikTok videos to try to keep it, to try to keep up with the times. Vertical video is blowing up, right? So, and I want to say what up to Vault Pix Cosplay Conjurer. I love that name. That's a great YouTube channel name. I love it. And she and I met on TikTok. Steve Belcher and I will sometimes go live on TikTok, and we've got we started some dialogue, and she started messaging me and wanted to get interviewed, and I'm super excited to do this because I found out just before we went live that she's in Colorado. And so I'm super excited that way because I was born in Colorado. I am like the biggest, all right, if not the biggest, one of the biggest Denver Bronco fans ever. And so to speak with somebody who lives in Colorado is super exciting for me. It's a hop, skip, and a jump almost. I'm in Utah, so we're neighboring states, so we're almost neighbors, and we're both part of the Rocky Mountains, I mean, we know mountains. All right. People in other states, they don't really know mountains. We know mountains. So I'm excited to bring Micah to the Warriors Quest show. So when I bring her on, give her a really warm Warriors Quest show welcome. All right. Drop in the comments, welcome Micah. I want to see the comment section blow up. All right. Just put it on fire. All right. Let's get this comment section on fire. We got Lisa Baxter in the house. All right. Don't be stingy. She says, don't be stingy. All right. Please smash that share button. All right. Grandma, grab a hammer and smash that share button. All right. Okay. Smash it. And we've got Federico is commenting again from Puerto Rico. All right. Love it. All right. All right. She's saying, that's right, because I always start the show, boom, boom, boom. This is Jared, and I'm back. And so that's why sometimes I get people saying that. So here we go. All right. Keep the comments going. All right. Love it. All right. All right, we've got Dewanda. Dewanda, it seems as though she's the daughter of Micah. That's awesome. I love it when family shows up and supports. All right, that is so fantastic. All right. So, man, New York in the house, Lisa Baxter says. That's right. Fantabulous. Shondo. Shondo. So here we go. All right, you know how we do. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. All right, it's the Warriors Quest show. And we're going to spotlight a kidney warrior tonight. All right, when we do this, we give a VIP intro. All right, because they deserve the VIP intro. Stunning VIP intro because kidney warriors battle every day. So here we go. VIP intro. Boom.
I like that music. That was good music.
Thank you. The end's a little whimsical, with the baby giggling and stuff.
At the end.
People laugh a little bit, So thanks for coming on. Thank you so much for hitting me up on TikTok and and getting this thing going. I'm so happy we did this.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Kidney warriors are near and dear to my heart. I've been doing this. This is crazy. You ready for this? I started interviewing kidney disease patients, and then I started interviewing other people too, lupus warriors and whatnot, but mostly kidney disease patients. I started March 6, 2019. This is like 3 years in a row I've been doing this, nearly every week. Yeah.
Well,
So
congratulations.
Thank
it's
you.
Almost your anniversary.
Yeah, almost my anniversary. Right. It'll be 3 years on March 6th that the Warriors Quest. show has been doing this. Man, this is so. Anyway, yeah, this is exciting. March. I also have a birthday.
Me
So
too.
yeah, very nice. We got that in common. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So mine's March 12th. When is yours this month?
March 7th.
All right, you got me.
Yeah.
You got me. You got me. All right. So we got Uncle Jim Myers commenting here. Thank you, Uncle Jim. Thank you for sharing too. Sharing is caring. Don't be stingy. Uncle Jim's not. He's not stingy. And Micah, I wanted to, before we get rolling a little bit, I also wanted to give a shout out to Jonathan Traylor. I gave a shout out to my twin brother. I've given some shout outs to Lisa Baxter and some other people, but Jonathan Traylor's a kidney warrior. I wanted to shout out quickly.
Yeah.
What up, Jonathan? We've got your family showing up though. That's cool. I love that.
They always have my
Yeah.
back.
Very nice. Yeah. So tell me, I'm presuming that Old School did that is a family member. Is that someone whom you know?
He is my forever love.
All right. I love it.
Yeah.
That's a dope YouTube channel name. I love that. Old School did that. Yeah, I love it.
It fits him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the 50, so at 50 I'm old school, so I love it.
Exactly. I won't tell his age, but he's close there. Yeah.
All right. We won't say it out loud. Yeah. So very cool. So we met on TikTok. I'm starting to understand. Okay, and I'm totally on board. That TikTok is the real deal. In the beginning, I really didn't think it was. But I am down. I'm down with TikTok. Vertical video is blowing up, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I'm just now kind of putting myself out there on TikTok. I've watched it. Actually, during the pandemic is when I started watching it over the last year.
Yeah.
But it's given me courage because I saw people like me telling their stories. So I was like, you know what? I need to tell mine too.
Yeah. It's during the pandemic, so many different things we had to learn about, and TikTok really found its groove during the pandemic. And the really cool thing about TikTok is that it can make you laugh, and it's entertaining. And so many times when I've interviewed kidney disease patients, laughter is so important, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's medicine. Seriously,
it is. It really is, right? So we've got your Is it a daughter or a son that's watching right here?
It looks like I have two of the three out there. So it's a daughter and a son.
All right. Very cool. So my son's 11 years old, and I've got two daughters as well from a previous marriage. They're a little bit older, but my son's 11. And get this, okay? You overheard me saying that I'm if not the biggest, one of the biggest Broncos fans. Micah,
yeah.
Guess what name I gave my son?
What?
Bronco. I'm not kidding. Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be nice because I was going to say something because I'm a Raiders fan.
That's all right. Yeah. I love football so much that even though the Raiders are in the same division, they're division rivals. I love football so much. I can watch. Okay. I know I'm going to go a little bit football nerd on you. I can watch even the Raiders and enjoy it because I like Derek Carr. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I like Derek Carr. I like a lot of players, and I respect what he does. I do, and I can roll. I can roll with him on a Sunday, and I can rock with them and watch them play. They went through so much last season, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They had a lot of injuries and everything.
Yeah, and the whole head coach thing, and then losing their rookie wide receiver to a tragic event. A lot of different things they went through. All right, so here we go. Here's another one. Thank you for watching, Mang. Not sure if that's somebody or someone who's just starting to follow me. But anyway, thank you for watching, Mang. Ennis. So thank you for tuning in. If you're a first-time subscriber, please continue to, or if you're a first-time watcher, please subscribe. All right, we've got Lisa Baxter right here saying I've got jokes. You know I always got jokes, Lisa. So, Micah, from Colorado,
Yes.
what part of Colorado do you live?
I
What
am
part?
an 8th generation Denver native.
All right, so
Yeah.
like Lakewood or Highlands Ranch, or tell me a little bit what part of the Denver
Um,
area, or Denver directly.
Denver directly.
All
I
right,
live out in Aurora now, but I grew up
nice.
in central Denver, like 10
Uh-huh.
minutes away from downtown for the most part.
Sweet.
Hmm.
All right, very nice. So, I when I was born in Denver, my dad was he was in the Air Force, okay, and
Okay.
obviously I'm 50, so I'm going to date myself a little bit, but it was in Fitzsimmons Hospital, okay, and
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
yes, all right. I don't even know. I don't even think that's open anymore, but maybe not.
Kinda,
All
but
right.
it's it's now university.
All right.
It's now
Okay.
university complex over there.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Uh-huh. So, so I know, I know Colorado still because, like I said offline, that I moved back there in 1998, and I
Mhm.
lived in Aurora. So,
Okay.
yeah, and I lived, in fact, near the Aurora Hills Mall, I think it's called. So, near on
Oh,
Iliff Avenue.
I'm like
So,
a block away from there.
all right, there we go. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, love Colorado. I love the man. There's Steamboat Springs. There's
Yeah.
the amphitheater. I'm forgetting what city that is, or town really, but oh my gosh. Anyway,
You mean
you
Red
know what?
Rocks?
Yes, where the Red
Mhm.
Rock Amphitheater is.
Yeah.
But so many bands have played there. You too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's epic. It really is. It's iconic.
It is. It
Yes,
is.
thank you everyone for watching and showing support. In order to make this work, all right. So, all right, you can watch my face, but I prefer that you show her some support because we're trying to find her a living kidney donor. So please
Yes.
continue to share this, and comment. Continue to comment. Um, Blow the comment section up with so many different things, whether it's a share and put in the comment section I shared, or put in there a question if you have a question. Drop a comment, ask a question, and continue to share. Like, sharing is going out of style, and you want to make sure you're sharing before it does go out of style. All right. So, Micah, what's what is the beginning of your story? Let's start kind of, if you would, and give them a glimpse of how this all happened, because
Mm,
FSGS, man, it's one of those
yeah.
things that I've interviewed other kidney warriors, and it's one of those things that can take a while to really diagnose, number one.
Mhm.
And then number two, there are different like variations of FSGS. So
Absolutely.
tell me a little bit about how it all started. Of when was it, when you were a kid, or was it when you were a teenager, or was it just 3 or 4 or 5 years ago?
Hmm. So in January of 2015 is
Mm-hmm.
when I was diagnosed. And it just kind of happened. I was working 3 jobs and I had decided to go back to college and finish my degree. And I wasn't feeling well. I was nauseous. And at the time, I was a vegetarian and I was really, really purposeful about what I was eating. So I thought maybe it
Okay.
was like celiac disease or something. So I asked my doctor to take some tests. And the day after I took the test, she called me at work and said, I need you to get to the emergency room right now. And I said, why? And what are you talking about? And she said, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure your kidneys are failing. And I was like, no, I think you're mistaken. She said, no, I need you to get to the hospital right away. Um,
Wow.
yeah. So I went to the hospital, ended up being there for 2.5 weeks. Um, and the last day, a doctor came in that was visiting the hospital and said, you have a very rare kidney disease. It's called FSGS. and one day you'll be on dialysis, and we're gonna let you go home now. And then they, basically sent me home with no information, um, and said I'd see a doctor in a couple weeks. Um,
Wow.
yeah, so that was the beginning. And me being the nerd that I am, I'm on Google
Yes,
trying to
searching it.
figure
Yeah.
out what FSGS is, and I saw
Uh-huh.
like a paragraph that was this big, and I'm like, oh,
Right.
it's no big deal. It'll be fine. I can just be good, and maybe one day I have to go to dialysis. I had no idea, and within 2 weeks, I was unable to work, unable to wear shoes, and
Wow. Just in a matter of 2 weeks?
and 27 different medications from
And
having
20,
none. Yes,
27 different medications?
yes,
Wow.
including they were giving me like 100 and something milligrams of steroids a day. So I put
Prednisone
on,
or what?
yeah, awful. I call it Satan.
Yeah.
Prednisone. Sorry, but that's what I
Yeah.
call it.
Uh-huh.
I know it helps people. I get that, but it's just an awful thing to be on.
Mm-hmm.
I was on that, and the protocol, because FSGS is really rare. Like you said, there's different types. So mine is autoimmune.
Okay.
So my immune system is actually attacking my kidneys.
Ah,
Um,
all right.
so
So
the
in
protocol,
some ways it's kind of like lupus that way, where your immune system is attacking your kidneys.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I have FSGS. I found out because I inherited a gene called APOL1, and a lot of people that have lupus have inherited also a type of gene, the same gene, but it's like a sister gene to that, and they have the autoimmune lupus. Um,
Interesting.
the gene itself, what I've been explained is that many centuries ago or whatever, it was in West Africa, and it's designed to protect you from like malaria, sleeping sickness, and tsetse flies, which I guess are like flies that bite you and they kill you, like you never wake up. Um,
Wow.
so they think there may be some immunities there for like malaria and those diseases. But for some whatever reason, some people carry it, and they're not really sure if it's environmental, what, but sometimes it flares up.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I'm one of those people. So
Wow.
yeah,
So, man, 2 weeks later, you're taking 27 different forms of medication,
yeah,
and uh, with your kidneys failing, this is so much information.
it is. It's a lot.
Yeah,
And there's
you know,
more. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. I imagine there would be. Yeah. So,
Hmm.
great comments here, by the way. Your boo is saying she's the strongest person I've ever known in my life, which is a great comment. Yeah. Um, and Dewanda Hill is also reminding us that Kidney Awareness Month is in the month of March. So thank you, Dewanda. It is Kidney Awareness Month, the month of March. She has a birthday in March, and then we're trying to find her a living kidney donor, and then find her a kidney in the month of March. So very
Yes.
befitting. But so you found out, you went to the hospital.
Hmm.
They're telling you you've got let me change the screen here a bit. So they're telling you you've got a rare disease
Yeah.
and you've got to go on dialysis. So a lot of times when that happens, it's almost like was it kidney failure where you had to go in emergency like dialysis or how
No,
did that
I didn't have.
happen?
I'm still, by the grace of God, not on dialysis, which is crazy
Good,
because
good, good, good.
I'm at my EGFR right now is 8. So normally
8,
that's
and you're
8.
not on dialysis.
I'm not on
Wow.
dialysis.
Wow.
So that's a miracle.
Yes,
Um,
praise God.
yeah, amen, right?
Mhm.
So I didn't go on dialysis right away. What happened was they put me on like this protocol. They don't have a treatment for FSGS, so it's
Right.
kind of like things that they do to hopefully reset your immune system. It may work, it may not
Mhm.
work. So I did all that. I've had chemo. I've done chemo before.
Oh,
That
wow.
yeah,
Wow.
I had chemo in 2017. Um, that was awful too. That was really bad. But
Jeez.
that didn't work. And then, oh, I'm sorry. In the very beginning, I did some research and I happened to come across an ad looking for people with FSGS for
Mm-hmm.
a experimental drug.
All right.
And so I called them and I explained to them, I got diagnosed like 3 weeks ago, and they're kind of telling me that my life is over and I don't believe it. And can you help me? And so I've been part of the study team for sparsatin. You've probably heard of that since the very beginning.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah.
Wow. That's
Up in, oh, go ahead.
that is incredible. You've been a part of that since the very beginning because of
Yeah.
being like you saw like an ad or something. Was
I
it like
saw an
online?
ad. I was digging and I was researching and I came
Yeah, on
across an
Google.
ad on I believe it was Nephew Cure at the
Uh-huh.
time.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, that was like the only place that had like real information about FSGS.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really digging, really. I'm not someone that likes to be told that, they can't do things or that their life is over. I didn't want to accept that. So I kind of like put my nose to the grindstone and was like doing
Good
anything
for
I
you.
could, you
Yeah.
know. I was reading even reports and stuff I didn't even understand, medical journals,
I
just
like
trying
it.
to
Yeah.
find something. So I found that ad and I reached out, and there was a doctor here, and I transferred my care to that doctor. And like I said, I've been doing that now for it's going on 5 years.
Okay.
So I think they're in the last phase of the trials. So hopefully soon they'll put it on the market and help some other people. It's done a lot of great things for a lot of people. Um, Unfortunately for me, I got COVID about a month and a half ago. So the gains that I had gotten from the medication have kind of
Oh.
reset
Mm-hmm.
quite a bit of things. But for a lot of people, it's helping. And I know quite a few people that have gone into like complete remission with
Wow.
it. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I noticed that when you started talking about that it almost sounded as if you've got a little bit of pride, so to speak. It sounded like it's gratifying for you to be part of that. Is that,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't want anyone to ever have to deal with this disease. And so part of me going into the study was to do something so that hopefully it never happens. But if anyone in my bloodline ever gets this disease, they don't have to um, feel like an experiment, basically.
Hmm.
And they'll have some kind of course of treatment or something to help them out.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic because you can be an inspiration to others. You know what I mean? And especially being on this broadcast when you're talking about what you've been through, you can be a definite inspiration. And then you're taking what, the you could take the hand that was dealt to you, so to speak. Is a bad hand. You were dealt a bad hand, but doing this sort of doing this, you're going to be able to have data collected, and that
Right.
data can be used to help other people. And I think that's wonderful. That says a lot about
Right.
your character. It really does. I mean, to do that, and obviously it also helps you, but it's helping a lot of other people too when you're giving information about what's happening when you're taking it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we've got the Jacksons. I don't know if it's Janet or which one of the Jacksons. Maybe Tito. I don't know, but thank you for watching. I'm kidding, but you're welcome. This is my passion. I love doing this because I have my identical twin brother, whom I put up on the screen a moment ago. His YouTube channel is Kidney Donor Advocacy, and his wife is from Ethiopia. His wife has kidney disease, was diagnosed with in 2008. And he and I partnered together to try to help her find a kidney donor. We started in
Right.
2016 trying to advocate for her. And man, so many different things we did to help her. And continuing forward after she got a deceased donor angel, A deceased donor angel, was able to donate to her, someone who sadly passed on, but she had a successful kidney transplant in May 25th, 2018. And
That's
man,
awesome.
I I really felt like, God wanted me to continue to help people. And so this is my passion, and I feel like God is directing me, and I'm happy to do it. Bella Langston in the house. Thank you for watching, Bella. Much love and respect to Bella. Okay, here is a fun little fact. She also has FSGS. Here we
I
go.
see you.
Yes. Yes. And so Bella is a great, great advocate. She's a kidney transplant recipient. And
Okay.
I help produce her show, Bella's Hope for Healing. She does wonderful work. She's great with people whom she's interviewing. And man, we've got a lot of. This is so awesome. We have so many people commenting. This is awesome. So we've got Shane Blanchard, kidney transplant recipient, 3-time kidney transplant recipient. You are a blessing and example for me to help others. Well, thank you, Shane. I don't know if you're saying that about me or Micah, but either one of us will take that as a comment. Thank you.
Absolutely. For
Yeah.
sure.
All right, and Bella's saying right here, "Hey, girly, thanks for being a guest."
Thank you.
You know what the awesome thing is, Micah, about these comments is many of them, like Lisa Baxter as an example. All right, 12 years that she went through dialysis. All
Wow.
right, yeah, and and Bella, I think this is. Oh my gosh! Hopefully, she doesn't hate me for saying this. If I get it wrong, I apologize. I think it might be 16 years that she's a kidney transplant recipient
Wow.
now.
That's awesome.
17. All right, I knew I was going to get that wrong. It's 17. Yeah, 17. 17 years. Yeah, so we've got so many great kidney warriors, transplant recipients, and people who have recently gotten a transplant as well. Shane Blanchard from Midwest Kidney Warriors has recently got a transplant.
Oh,
3 months.
congratulations,
Yeah, there we go.
everybody.
3 months. Yeah, 3 months yesterday he had a transplant. So
Oh, that's very cool.
yeah. So and we've got someone here. I'm not sure whom this might be. James Allen. Okay, there we go. James Allen. Thanks for watching, James Allen. So anyway, we have so many people chiming in and supporting, which is great. And the awesome, and I mean awesome thing that happens when we get people commenting like this and showing support is that some of them, like Bella, who's an FSGS survivor, and other people who have just recently got a transplant, like Shane Blanchard, and then Lisa Baxter, who was on dialysis for 12 years. So many of them, all right, have been in the trenches, and some of them are currently going through what you are going through. Some of them are looking for a transplant. Some of them that I've interviewed recently, I'm not sure if they're on here now, but some of them are not on dialysis, but looking for a kidney donor in a preemptive way, like you are, which, by the way, I think is amazing that your EGFR is only 8.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
not on dialysis. So
I'm not.
maybe it is because of some of the medication that you're taking. It's just, I don't hear that very often.
We're gonna do some more labs. That was the last ones, and I had just had COVID before that. Before COVID, I was at 12. So I mean, it is possible I went to 8. And I have been as low as like 13 and gone back up to 19.
Yeah.
When I first got on the transplant list, I was at 13. That was 5 years ago.
All right.
I'm hoping it goes back up.
I am. I'm hoping it does too. Yeah. So,
for sure.
If this is the same person whom I think it is, I met James Allen on TikTok recently as well. So if you would please comment below if this is the same James Allen I've met on TikTok recently. I'd be interested to find out.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Bella said, "Can I say that FSGS, focal segmental glomerulosclerosis?"
Nice. Awesome. Yes, that is so cool. And Nishanda Larimore, the lovely we've got so many lovely ladies tuning in. Of course, Bella is one of the very many lovely ladies. Lisa Baxter as well, and Shonda Larimore. She does great work herself. She does a live streaming show and interviews not only kidney warriors but heart transplant recipients, liver transplant recipients, and so many different people. And she does great work. Thank you for watching it. It's always so it's an honor, and I feel honored when I see the other people who have other broadcasts that are tuning in. It's an honor to me.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. So it is James Allen. So he just responded, yes, it is. So that's awesome. Thanks for tuning in, James Allen. I meet people on TikTok who are on dialysis and people that are who aren't on dialysis like Micah, but they're looking for a kidney donor. I'm telling you, TikTok is becoming a really, really good platform to find information about finding a donor, about connecting with other people. So get connected. I know Nashonda Larimore is on TikTok. So many other people are too.
I'm gonna be looking for all these people when we get off.
Yeah, here we go. So here's a great comment, Micah. So thank all of you for watching. I have to go to work now. Love you, Ms. Micah. Very nice. All right, and the lovely Bella is putting right here, Micah, I'm sure you're going to get that kidney soon in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen to that. Yes, amen to that. Lovely
you.
Lisa Baxter always saying, thanks, Jay. Still working, need dinner. Good, enjoy learning. All right. Well, I know that she was doing a Zoom meeting too, and she's probably going back and forth a little bit. So, anyway, a lot of good people watching and commenting. So keep the comments going. All right. The cool thing about dropping a comment is it helps the engagement. And I don't mean engagement in that we're going to be putting a ring on the finger right now, but I'm talking about, the engagement of making sure that the algorithm is bound to us. And that's what happens. We bind the algorithm to us when we put comments in here and when we're sharing, and we're basically making this broadcast so alive. It's electric when we do that whatever we're live on right now, because I'm streaming on like 15 other platforms right here that YouTube, D Live TV, D as in David, D Live TV, Twitter, so many different platforms that when you comment, that it forces the media platform to make it more visible to their platform, because people are engaging, and they want to show videos to other people because it's engaging and they're going to make it more visible. So continue to comment. Please comment and give encouraging words to Micah. Give encouraging words about how we're supporting her and so on and so forth. But anyway, so Micah, when I lived in Colorado, you said offline, and I think you're probably right. It's been since maybe, oh my gosh, since 2007 or something since I've been there. So it's been a while. So tell me about some things that you really like about living in the Denver metro area. Tell me what you love about living there.
My favorite thing now, which I didn't understand as a child, is basically going outside and seeing those mountains.
Yes.
There's nothing like that.
Oh, there's nothing like it. Yeah.
No.
I mean, like I said when at the beginning of the show, don't get me wrong. All right, people from San Diego, okay, you've got good mountains. When I go to San Diego, I say those mountains are decent, but they're not the Rocky Mountains. They're not part of the Rocky Mountains. And
no,
man, the mountains are beautiful.
They are. We had a stretch last summer with all the fires that we couldn't see the mountains
Mm-hmm.
for like, I think it was like 2 months, and it was very depressing.
It
It was like you
is,
were
yeah.
just looking and it was just, dark smog. And I was like, this is not, mm-mm. I
Yeah.
was so happy when it cleared out. I was like, okay, this is
I
better.
feel you. I feel you.
hmm
When I visit other states that don't have the mountains, whether it's Kansas or Missouri or whatever that's flat, it just doesn't look the same.
No.
I miss the mountains when I don't see them for sure. Man, if so, the mountains are beautiful, and you've got so many different things going on in and around the Denver metro area.
Right.
So many good things. I mean, you can go to there's Parker not far away, Highlands Ranch, you've got Lakewood. I mean, it's such a big metro area and so
hmm
much going on. You've got the NHL, you've got Major League Soccer, we've got the Nuggets, and you've Broncos. I mean, so many different things going on that sometimes as a sports fan, I live in euphoria when I go there. I'm not going to lie. I
Yeah.
love it. The
There's always
Rockies.
something.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But when your life got turned upside down, Micah,
hmm
and things didn't go your way, and you have been searching since then with, by the way, it still is flabbergasting to me, 27 different medications.
Yeah,
you
it
know
was
um
27. I'm down to 4 now, but
all
yeah, we
right,
were
all
at
right.
27.
Okay, 4 now. Okay, that's
Yeah.
more manageable, but
Yes.
nonetheless, with your kidney function only, hovering around 8 recently probably, but you're hoping to increase it and have it go higher. Tell me a little bit about how your life changed after that, and what has, you said you had to stop working, right?
I did. I stopped working, and up until a year ago, um, I had developed something called pseudotumor cerebri from a combination of a couple of the medications. Basically, my brain thought I had a tumor, and so it was producing too much fluid on my brain. So
Okay.
for 3.5 years, every 4 to 6 weeks, I was getting lumbar punctures to make sure
Wow.
that I could walk and see.
And what is
Um,
that exactly?
Lumbar punctures,
Uh-huh.
they're the friend of Satan. No, they're awful. So basically, you go into like a radiology surgery room,
Uh-huh.
and they stick a needle into your spine, and they drain
Wait,
fluid
wait,
from
hold on a
your
second.
spinal
You
cord.
you're kind of holding out your fingers with you. Come on, they're not that long, are they? For
Yeah,
real?
yeah. And
Oh
it's
my
crazy because
gosh.
they take the fluid out, and the first time I could have sworn it was going to come out like radioactive green or something
Uh-huh.
because it caused so
Right.
much pain, and it was just like clear liquid, and I was very disappointed. I thought it should like bubble or fizz or something.
Uh-huh.
I needed it to do something, but not like normal. Um, but yeah, I had those for 3.5 years. I had during that time, like I had a hard time just being in the sun, so I had to stay in the house a lot.
Okay.
Um, I had to keep my blinds drawn, lights and everything gave me really bad
Yeah.
migraines,
All right. So when you're talking about
almost to the
that,
point of seizures. It was
okay.
awful.
When
Yeah.
you talk about it that way, it does really remind me of lupus. So again, when you said it was
Mhm.
closely related, it does remind me so much of lupus when I've interviewed
Yeah.
lupus warriors. Wow. Okay.
They've actually tested several times to see if I've had lupus
Mm-hmm.
because of the symptoms that I've
Right.
had.
Very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, but I do not have lupus. I do. Um, do you know what the arena site is? Have
No.
you
What do
heard
you
of that
mean?
before?
No.
Um, so there's this genetic panel. It's called arena site. It's a kidney gene panel.
Mm-hmm.
And I recently got it done in October, and these are my results. Pages and pages.
Pages and
So,
pages.
so, so with that gene, that wasn't like the only gene that
Yeah.
I inherited that
Uh-huh.
caused the things, and a lot of them are very similar to the ones that people with lupus have.
Wow.
hmm
Wow. So Man, so you have to be very careful when you go outside because of the sun. And
Yeah, I do, especially now because I had chemo and because I had radiation treatments for 3.5
okay,
years.
all
So
right.
I'm very sensitive to the sun.
Hmm.
Um, so, which is horrible because I love the sun and I love warm weather.
Yeah,
um,
and right, and you love the mountains, and just
yeah,
going outside in general. Just I think it really does give us uh, just kind of it helps us feel more alive. I really think so.
yeah,
God bless all those people like in Seattle, Washington, when it's cloudy all the time. You know what I mean?
yeah. I
God
couldn't live
bless them,
there.
but yeah,
I'd be
yeah,
sad
and
all the time.
hmm so
So,
man, how difficult has it been for you when some of these things have kind of changed your life physically and emotionally?
it's very hard. I will say, by the grace of God, I haven't had to have any of those radiation lumbar puncture. It's been 2 years in September, and I'm grateful for that
Good,
because
good,
they
good.
were really horrible because I was
Hmm.
dealing with that and with the kidney disease. But I kind of go back to I had a grandmother that had one lung, one breast, and was on oxygen my whole life, and I never heard her complain about anything. And every
Wow,
day she
sounds like a
lived
sweet
to
person.
she was amazing. Every day she lived from sunup until the time we had to make her get off her knees from praying. She lived to just help people and to spread God's word, and she never
Yeah,
complained.
devout
And
believer.
absolutely. And so, and when I have those bad days, I'm like, I can't do that. It's disrespectful to God and it's disrespectful to her, and
To
I would never
her,
want to do
yeah.
that. I
Uh-huh.
don't want to do that. So I snapped myself out of there real quick.
All right, very nice. That reminds me, my wife's grandma is has a very heavy influence over my wife, and that was a very very influential, and so that you telling me about your grandmother that way just reminds me of the relationship and bond that my wife had with hers. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, hey,
It's
listen to this. We've got some great comments here. Just this is just so good to have so many, people supporting you. Mommy, you are a blessing to us. Couldn't ask for anyone better. What a sweetheart.
just gonna make me
You
cry.
know, yeah. God is in control. You're right. In some cases, he is more involved and more acutely aware of what we're going through than we really know.
Yeah,
That is
absolutely.
that I absolutely believe that. Another good comment here always is TT at the Jackson. So um another comment here from a family member. Hello, beautiful cousin. I love you, Camille Cook.
Oh, hi.
You've got your
I'm
cousin
sorry.
watching. Yeah. Yeah, and then she's talking when we were talking about your grandma. She put in hearts here in Grammy, so it
Mhm.
sounds like she remembers Grammy.
Oh, yeah. There's no one here that met her that can forget her.
Yeah. So even Dwanda saying, "Hey cousin, love you," and Grandma Cook, a prophetic woman. Yeah, it's so that's just I think that is amazing that you've had such an influential woman in your life, your grandmother, and that she's had such a great influence that even to this day that you find it disrespectful and that there's behavior that's not only disrespectfful to God but disrespectful to her, and that
Yeah.
and that you want to show her respect, and man, that says a lot about not only your character but a lot about your grandmother if you don't want to cross her.
No. No. She
Very
was,
cool.
I mean, I don't know how to describe her other than she was like the epitome of love. You know, we never heard her
Uh-huh.
say a bad word or a bad thing about anybody ever.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
not never ever, nothing. So,
You know, it sounds like that sounds like the definitions of charity. In the Bible, we learn about charity, and And to me, that's one of the definitions of charity is loving people, and loving them and not saying bad words,
Mhm.
not judging them. And even if they do treat you poorly, you don't say bad words. It sounds like she really had it did show a great example to you all. So
Absolutely.
I want to give a special shout out to Gretchen Jackson. Gretchen Jackson is from is it Tuskegee? Oh my gosh, I'm going to say it wrong. I know Tuskegee, Alabama. I know I'm saying it wrong.
Tuskegee.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. I totally sound like a fool. And she's someone whom I've advocated for. She's one of the biggest sweethearts, really sweet person as well. And I love that she's tuning in right now and giving you some support. She says that she has FSGS. Keep fighting. We all waiting. We'll soon see the light of a new being. I hope so too for both of you, Gretchen.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you. And Alabama love to you. My family is from Alabama.
Very nice. All right. And so I apologize for sounding like a fool trying to pronounce that. So anyway, getting back to how this has changed your life.
Hmm.
So one of the things I try to do is that many of the people that are not connected to kidney disease or who don't know what FSGS is or kidney failure, many of them don't understand that there's insomnia involved, chronic fatigue,
Yeah.
anemia, right?
Hmm.
All of these different things. And so what I try to do by asking questions like this is, how has this changed your life? And what are some things that you may go through daily? Is that people that don't know what they don't know
Right.
they're ignorant, and they don't know that it's affecting you so poorly. Do you know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
so by asking you questions like this, I appreciate you being candid, because I know it's not easy, but if we can at least give potential living donors just a little bit of a glimpse, because they can't totally get it, and I've got a different lens, and even I can't totally understand 100% because I'm not going through what you go through, but having a different lens, because I've interviewed so many people, and I've got friends and people that I've met online that explain to me how they feel. It gives me a little bit of a different lens, but I can't say that I understand your pain totally. But what we want to do is give them a little bit of a glimpse, right? So
Hmm.
give us are you working now, and how has this changed your life to this date right now? Are you working again, or is this still, been a detriment where you still can't work?
I actually just went back to work in January,
Okay.
and it's been really hard. Um, I will be honest. I consider myself to be like a strong person, and it's been really hard. I think for the up until probably a couple weeks ago, when I came home from work, I usually pass out because I'm just completely exhausted.
Wow. Wow.
Um, and when I say pass out, I mean I'm on the couch just out.
Totally.
Like I don't make it
Totally.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Like it's just,
Uh-huh.
it's a done deal. It's like your battery
Yeah.
is done and wherever you
You're
are,
depleted.
that's where you're laying.
Yeah.
And I usually get like maybe an hour nap. I have severe insomnia.
Uh-huh.
I think I get maybe two, if I'm lucky, really good hours of sleep a night. I have what I call butterflies, which are not pleasant. It's actually body cramps. Um, and body
Wow.
cramps to the point where like your fingers and toes start to go on top of each other. And they're
And
like
is this during
bad
the
Charlie
day?
horses.
Is that during the day and during the night, like both?
It can be. It can be. Normally, it's
Yeah.
usually at night, but it can be during the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like major Charlie horses throughout your whole body, is what it is. We gave them the nickname, my kids and I, butterflies, because it was better
Uh-huh.
than me, saying really bad words. So I just scream
Okay.
butterflies.
All right. They know what you're saying.
And
Yeah. They know what you
exactly,
mean.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
And then and they come over and unbend my fingers and toes if they need to, stuff like that. Um, the insomnia is horrible because when you have insomnia, if you don't get enough sleep, you can kind of get a little dingy. So I have moments where I don't remember things. I have to write things down, or it's a done deal. It's going
It's gonna be
that
forgotten.
way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not there.
Uh huh.
So I have to do that. Physically, it's just imagine waking up and you have your to-do list. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do
Mm-hmm.
this today. And then you get up and your body goes, heck no. That's what my life is like. So I've had to learn to be happy if I can do two or three of those things on that list. And sometimes it's only one thing on that list. And that's been hard for me. And I'm sure that's hard for anyone in this situation with any kind of chronic illness because your mind is telling you, go, go, go,
Right.
you can do this, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But your body is like, yeah, you're going to sit here and not do anything. And you don't have any choice about it. It's, you understand who's really in control when you are in a situation like this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because it's not you, you know. Um,
So, if I may, I'm gonna politely, if I may, just interject right here. Is you mentioned
mhm,
control, and that's an interesting word because many other people that I've interviewed also talk about that. Is that,
mhm,
and that's why oftentimes it is literally turning your life upside down because
right.
your control is like pulled away from you, like someone's pulled the rug from underneath you, and it's
Yes.
gone. And
Yes.
so that feeling of not having control, how scary is that emotionally?
It was very hard, and I'm gonna be very honest with you. I've been dealing with this now 7 years, and I think probably just in the last two, I've come to realize that I am not in control and stop trying to fight it.
Yeah,
Um, and I still have my moments
sure.
because it's
It's
just you're not. It's different to not have control over what you can do, what you can eat, what you can drink, and then having people tell you you have to take this medicine because that's not fun either. Um, but you have to
right.
do these things to be here.
Uh-huh.
And so there's a lot of things I wish I could do and things that I don't want to do. Before this, I wasn't a pill popping person, and even though I'm on 4 a day, like I can't stand it. Um, this I just don't like taking medicine, never have. But you have to do it. You have to take them, and you have to be diligent with it because if you don't, you end up in a worse situation than you were
Right.
before.
Mhm.
Um, but I mean, even my water is regulated. If I don't drink at least a gallon of water a day right now, I'm gonna have major butterflies. So I have to make sure I'm doing that, and I have to eat a certain way. If I eat the wrong things, my edema is ridiculous.
It triggers
Edema.
something then maybe.
Oh yeah, because it's autoimmune, so everything I
Yeah.
put in my body affects me some kind of way. So there
Yeah.
are things that I love to eat I can't eat anymore. I love Mexican food and chili. This is
Me
Denver. We're a
too.
home of chili. And I have to be really careful because if they don't cook the chili right, I'm gonna put on like 30 pounds overnight, of
Oh
fluid.
my
So
gosh. Right. Yeah. Wow. So this that I mean it's and thank you for explaining that because it's not an easy life. And I commend you and seriously big ups for battling every single day and at least having as good of an attitude that you have about it because it's not an easy thing that you're going through. And I'm inspired by your family that's showing up tonight. I'm inspired by you because you know having certain things that you eat and not knowing an ingredient that can be very simple. Let's say you go to a restaurant and you think you know that you've asked enough questions, but something slips, and all of a sudden you're eating something you didn't know was in there because
yeah,
there's an ingredient that you missed. Right? I mean, something so
exactly.
simple can cause it can be a trigger, and all of a sudden you've got either more fluid or something else is happening. Being careful because of either having been on chemo or because of what's going on. You can't really go outside and you've got to regulate not getting a bad headache or just worrying about you don't want it to be an interference because of cancer. I mean, they're just it's
Right.
not an easy quality of life. With that being said, what can be a better quality of life is what we want to do today for you. Okay. I've kind of accentuated the bad things, not because we want to dwell on the negative. If I'm a negative Nelly and talk about all the negative things, it's easy to do that. It is. Our brains do that all the time. Um, I, you know, I'm I smile and I'm an optimist by nature, and people think it's easy, but it's not. It's
No.
yeah, it's
No.
being an it
Mm-mm.
is probably easier when you are an optimist by nature, but it's still hard because our brains are not geared that way, and so
Mhm.
I want to switch the gears purposely right now because there are negative things that are going on, and I don't talk about them because I want to talk about negative things, but I only talk about them again because I want people who are watching this live right now that may not know what you're going through. Maybe you've got family that don't quite understand it, and sometimes that happens too because
Yeah,
we put on our best face when we're with family, right? I know I
absolutely.
do. Yeah, and
Mhm.
I had when I had COVID, I've had it twice.
Oh, jeez.
You don't feel well, and I
Mm-mm.
had family members get mad at me because I didn't tell them I had COVID, but I was sick. I didn't feel
Right.
like, when you're sick and you don't feel like, messaging somebody, you don't feel well enough. But anyway, my point being is
Right.
right now I want to switch gears, and any of the family members or friends that don't know what you're going through, hopefully this helps them. And then hopefully people that are either watching this live that don't know you, that are healthy and willing to donate, can understand a little bit that you're going through a lot. These butterflies, which are the cramps, right? The butterflies are
Yes.
cramps. Okay.
Yes. Hmm.
That you're getting cramps, you're getting insomnia, you're getting chronic fatigue, fogginess of the brain where your memory's not as clear and crisp as it used to be. All
Yeah.
these different things pile up and make your quality of life less than it should be. And
Yeah.
so what we do, the power we have right now, and I'm asking everybody that may still be watching, because the power we have in social media is that we can change the narrative. Okay. Because as I talked about earlier, the algorithm, we can bind that algorithm, all of the great outstanding comments. We still have people commenting. I haven't been able to show them all or talk about them. And you know, virtual hugs right here. Thank you. And then right here we've got we love you too, big cousin. So we've got so many people commenting their family, and I love it. All of these comments are adding to visibility. It's We're binding the algorithm, whether it's YouTube or Twitter and all these other platforms, Facebook, by commenting, sharing, and making this really, really interactive. We're
Hmm.
making this better. But the one thing that we have the power to do is after this is live, is to continue to share this for Micah. Okay, because it's not dead after the after it's live. It's it may be it may be a replay, but it can still continue to be very powerful. I've seen many of many of my shows actually get shared. Comments are still people are commenting after it's live, and it's made it such a it's become so visible afterwards that thousands of people have watched it. And that's the power that we have. We can literally make this become so visible that many people, when they're searching in Google, you know, YouTube's connected to Google. YouTube's owned by Google, of course. So when you're searching for something on Google and you put in, I don't know, whom can I donate to, or whom can I donate my kidney to, or who struggles with kidney disease, whatever it might be that's kidney disease related. If we make this so interactive. YouTube's going to choose us and show this video to other people if we create that powerful sort of if we make this like fire, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Get it lit
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that we continue to flame that and make sure that it continues to grow. And if we do that, we give you the best the best chance for success. And that's what I want. That's what I'm driving for with everybody's help, is that we continue to comment, that we continue to share this. Lisa Gee, currently looking for a living kidney donor and a transplant recipient as well, as watching. Thanks, Lisa.
Praying for you too.
So, my what we have right now is this is my favorite time of the show, because I talk about having people help you. I talk about having people share and keep this interactive. And the other part of this, and it's going to cover you up a little bit, so I apologize, is it's now shout out time. All right. So there's that goofy guy that looks like me. That is me. And we're going to give you time to shout out whoever you want to shout out, whether it's DeWanda or Camille, you know, any of your
I'm
family
gonna shout
members.
out everyone that's on here. I'm gonna shout out my daughter. I love
Mm-hmm.
you and thank you for taking care of me. My sons, both of them. One of them's not here, but the other one is here, and he can tell them I love you both and thank you for helping take care of me as well. My forever love, we're forever till Jesus come back.
Amen.
Um, Lisa Gee, girl, I'm praying for you. And I don't remember, I can't see all the names, but everyone that had came and that was a kidney warrior, congratulations for you if you had a transplant. Early congratulations for those of us that are going to get a transplant. Thank you, Camille. I haven't seen you in a year or two. Thank you for showing up for me. Everyone here, just thank you for coming out and please share, not just for me, but for everyone that's in my situation. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I saw a statistic the other day and it said that there are enough kidneys for everyone to get off the transplant list
Amen.
um, around the world if we just give
Mm-hmm.
one. And, you only need one. So
Right.
you can give us one.
Absolutely. Yes.
We'll be good.
You're so right. So many healthy people in the world that there we could be saving a multitude of people if we only
Yeah.
had these healthy people become willing, because we have many healthy people, and we just need to bring more awareness. So if
Yeah.
you're not healthy enough, if you can't donate because of this, that, or the other, high blood pressure or diabetes and other things, and you're not healthy enough, then donate some shares. Click on that share button and let's get this, seen by somebody who is healthy enough to donate. And let's get this information out there for Micah, all right, from Denver, Colorado, my favorite place in the world. Absolutely. Want to go back next.
5280.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the 303, some other area codes, right? Okay, so man, here we go. Gretchen again, prayers. Gretchen Jackson. She's
Thank you,
saying prayers for
Gretchen.
more donors. Absolutely. We need more
Amen.
donors. And then some great comments here before we end the show. Love you too, mommy. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for always being there for me, pushing me to be my best. Hashtag you the best.
You the
Awesome.
best too. Don't make me
Awesome.
cry.
Yeah. And even your cousin here, let me know what I can do to help. I didn't know that I could donate. Oh my, oh my God. Thank you. Yes. If you'd like to learn more about how you may be able to donate, here's the information again. Here's the 411 about how you can do that. Be a donor for her. Okay. There's the phone number, of course, 720-754-2155. And then option number 3, the recipient name. Okay. And then if there are questions, you can also go to the website, of course, and the transplant hospital will answer all of your questions. And here's the thing, is that, and this is the reason why I hardly ever put the blood type, because most hospitals, and I'm sure yours is the case, which is why
Mm-hmm.
I just presumed it, is they are also included in the paired exchange
Yes.
program. So
Yes.
don't be scared, all right, if you're not the right blood type, because if you're not, they'll find somebody who can match up with you. You can donate your kidney to someone who's a good match for you. And then organization companies, procurement organizations will find a match for her. And
Right.
it speeds up the process. In fact, um, Shane Blanchard, Micah, the one that I said that is, whose YouTube handle is Midwest Kidney Warriors, and
Mm-hmm.
he's the one who said he has his third month anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
He, his cousin, no pressure, by the way, Camille. Donate, his cousin donated to him, and and through this voucher program. All right, and I'm not saying it always happens this way, okay, but this is so amazing. Is literally a week later, he got the call. A week
Wow.
later, they found a kidney for him, and
Wow.
he was able to get a transplanted kidney. All right, just literally a week and a half later, but it was a week that he got the call, a week after his cousin got transplanted. Isn't
Wow. That's
is
amazing.
isn't that
Yeah.
amazing? Yeah, God
Yeah.
is good,
He's
people.
great.
Yes, God
Mm-hmm.
is magnificent. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, there's the phone number. All right, please call it. And if you can't donate shares. All right, sharing is caring, and we all care about her, and we want to make sure that we give her the best chance for success for a living kidney donor, because for a better quality of life is what we want for her. All
Thank
right,
you.
you gave your shout outs, and we're going to continue to flame this. All right, keep it hot.
Okay.
Make sure it's still fire after it's live. Keep this thing going. I want to thank you for coming on the Warriors Quest show, because it allows me to do what I feel is God's work. This is James
Yes.
Allen again. Thank you, James. And because what I'm doing does work.
Mm-hmm.
As a reminder for those that may not already know, and I say this not because, again, I brag, because if I do brag, it's only because I'm bragging about my God, because it's not my doing, okay?
Right.
But Michael, last year I've been helping people, and indirectly I've been in I've been connected to people who, for example, were in the paired exchange program and they got a kidney. Um,
Wow.
Not just Shane Blanchard, but some other people, and then there was there was one time that I advocated for somebody who was very private. She wasn't on my broadcast like you are, but I sent information out, made posters, and tried to do little short videos and tried to advocate for her. And she actually is from Utah. Um, she used to be a neighbor of mine, and I wanted to help her out, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
some of my posters, someone who moved away and didn't live in and around the neighborhood anymore, didn't even know that. I mean, I think she'll be okay with me saying her name, that Julie McKinstry needed a kidney transplant. This person had no idea. And because of my poster, found out and contacted Julie. And October 2019, she had a kidney transplant.
Wow.
So
Wow. That's
that's
amazing.
it is, and God is good. And the second one that I've been directly connected with was somebody who was on my show last year.
Okay.
And this person also was from Utah, but okay, it was this person was on the show with her husband, Her name is Amber Pulver. She was with her husband on my show, Chris Pulver. And in April of last year, I interviewed both of them on my show. And months later, I'm looking on Facebook, and I see a picture of Amber, the kidney warrior, the kidney disease patient, and Chris, the husband, had posted a picture of her, and she was in a hospital bed, right? And I'm thinking, what happened, right? What's going on? And so I'm watching it, I'm reading the post, and he gives me credit about that my YouTube video that I did with them, that somebody watched that YouTube video as a
Wow.
replay and was inspired and wanted to become her donor and did
That's awesome.
indeed become her donor.
That's
So
awesome.
this thing can work. I know it does because I've seen it happen. And I just know that we need to pray. Praying is so important.
Yes.
But
Yes.
don't get me wrong, okay? I don't want you to stop praying, but I want you to do more than pray, because
Mm-hmm.
when we pray, it is good. But I'll tell you what, when we do more than pray, because what is faith without
Action.
action? It's dead,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you feel just as inspired as I do by Micah, by what she's doing and what she's gone through, then do more, because when you feel inspired, that's from God. Okay? Sometimes we don't understand it and we don't recognize it, but inspiration is from him. And if
Yes.
you feel inspired like I do, then please do more than just pray. I'm sincerely asking you, because again, prayer is a good connection and it's the way we talk to God, but do
Yes.
more than just pray. And do pray. I want to emphasize that. Pray for her, pray for every kidney disease patient. But if you
Yes.
feel inspired you feel inspired even after you've prayed, then do more. Act on that inspiration, because many people will get inspired, many people, but it's the few, okay, that act on the inspiration that I think are blessed even more. And
Yes.
when we do more than just feel the inspiration, but we act on it and we show God that we're faithful, that we're doing his will, he blesses us. And that's my prayer for you, Micah, because
Thank
I
you.
know we can do great things together. We just need to
Yes.
unite.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, God
I'm
is good.
idiot. God is good, and I'm so blessed to do this. I'm so thankful that we're able to get your information out there. So I know we went over a little bit. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for coming on again, and I
Thank
hope that
you. And thank you for doing this for all of
you're
us,
welcome. You're
and
welcome.
being used by God. I appreciate it for
You're
everybody.
welcome. Amen to that. You're welcome, and I'm very, very happy that I'm able to continue to do this. But I can't do it without everyone's help. I can't do it without people's comments, and we certainly have had them tonight. Your family showed up, and I'm so thankful for that. All
Thank you,
right,
guys.
so
Love you.
yes, thank you so much again. God bless you and your
You
family.
too.
And my only small ask, okay, is I feel so adamant that God will bless you. And I will pray that he will, that when he
Thank you.
does, whether it's a deceased donor angel or a living kidney donor, hit me up. Either whether it's TikTok or send me an email and
Oh
let me
yeah.
know
You got to come to the cookout.
that's right. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't
Uh-huh.
miss out on that. All right.
You're only across the mountain. You can get
Yeah,
here real
right.
quick.
I can be there in 8 hours. I've
Yep.
done that drive. Yeah.
Yep.
So definitely hit me up, and I will make sure that I'm driving out there, and I'll make sure that we're doing a cookout, we're celebrating, because there's man,
Absolutely.
it's so important that we celebrate a second gift, like a
Yes.
second gift of life like that. So please do hit
Yes.
me when that happens. All right.
I will do. Thank you so much.
All right. You're welcome. Bye
Thank you,
bye. Peace.
everybody. Peace out.
Peace. All right, you guys, man, this has been wonderful. I cannot say enough. Thank you. All right, thank you so much for the many, many comments. I mean, unbelievable. We've had so many comments tonight. There's certainly a great start. When I see the the many comments like this, it is setting us up for engagement. It means that we're setting her up for success with all these comments and all the shares. And definitely, let's do that cookout. Honestly, I'm like 8 hours away, and I know I can take some PTO. So, um, please continue to make this stay on fire. All right, flame it. All right, fan that flame and continue to make sure this is fire. Make sure that we're giving her the best part of success, making sure that she has that we're giving her the best chance for success. All right, please. You're welcome, Camille. It's my pleasure. Honestly, I'm so gratified when I do get to see people that have been uplifted, that have hope, because hope is so powerful. Okay? Hope is so powerful. God wants us to have hope, and I want every single kidney disease patient to have the hope, because you deserve hope. You deserve a better quality of life. And if I in any way can help you have that better quality of life, then I'm going to continue to do this until there's no breath in my lungs. All right. I'm going to continue to do this, and I'm going to try to help as many people as possible. But again, tonight, I'm helping Micah, and I'm making sure that we get her voice heard, that we're getting her story out there. So please, again, if you want to become a living kidney donor for her, the numbers are 720-754-2155. Pick option 3. The recipient's name would be the following. And make sure that if you do have questions, leave them a message. They'll get back with you. Don't just call, and if they don't answer, hey, sometimes they're busy. It's a hospital. Leave them a voicemail message, all right? And continue to follow up. But please, don't be stingy. All right, share that, and let's continue to make sure this is fire. All right, light it like a firecracker, and let's continue to fan the flame. Make sure this is getting the proper exposure for her visibility to get a donor. All right, thank you. Peace. I'm out. All right, I'm gonna find that outro. I'll be back, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm helping as many people as possible. All right. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the many, many comments. Peace. I'm out. Peace.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.